All right, so I've got here for sale a custom, a Fender triple custom that has had these custom modifications done to it. This was owned by Lee Jeffries, who played with Big Sandy for over 20 years. The modifications that were done to this guitar were done by Todd Kleinsmith of Kleinsmith Instruments, who makes the Bigsby inspired replica instruments for steel guitar. Let me show you some of the modifications that are on this thing. Basically, the main modification is that the tuning pans and the nuts on the bridges have been separated from the mechanisms that from the one-piece mechanism. So for example, here you can see that this is a separate piece and they cut this off, okay? And back here, where there previously was a nut right here, the nut has been removed from there and added to the back of here. And as a result, I had to re-drill some holes and things on the back, so the back looks a little different. So you would have had all these holes sticking out from the metal plate. So they replaced it. And this pan stops here, and they've got like a thing that goes across here. Which, I mean, you see that on sort of the Bigsby style things. So what this does is you normally have a 22.5-inch scale length on your typical Fender trapezoid guitars. And here, this has turned to a 23.5-inch scale length. This guitar may be the best sounding guitar I've ever owned. And you think, well, why the hell would you sell it if it's the best sounding guitar? Unfortunately for me, I kind of have to play a 22.5-inch scale because I bend strings behind the bar a lot. And in order for me to get what I needed, I had to use thinner gauge strings that I liked. And so like the trade-off was, you know, not where I was at. So I'd originally bought this guitar to decide if I wanted to do these modifications to another one that I'm working on. And needless to say, I have to stick with the 22.5-inch scale length for my preference of playing. But you got the volume knob here, tone knob here. It's a later style tone circuit. So when you are adjusting the tone and when you're adjusting the volume, both of them somewhat affect the tone circuit a little bit. It's not like your super early wiring, which, you know, I can send you if you would want to rewire it like that, I can send you a diagram or a video of how I did that on my other guitars. At any rate, this was previously a switch that was a on-off switch, and this would typically be a 3-way switch. This has been changed to a 5-way switch, so you can get the top neck, and then in the in-between position between the middle and the forward, you get these two, and then down here you can do the same thing where you can get both necks, or you can just get this neck. So that's a 5-way switch right there. And this is not a button, this is just like sort of a soldering, filling in the what would have normally been there on a 3-way guitar, keeping the same hardware. I'll point out this as well. At one point or another, this had been drilled through to have a couple pedals. I don't know if that was Lee or if that was somebody else. But there are 2 holes in the bottom of the guitar and the tuning pan for that. Let's see, the legs hold up good, mainly because he had put these sort of like plumbing or electrical sort of braces underneath just to make and tightened them just to make sure that they wouldn't slip down regardless of the age. It's obviously got a black finish. That's not perfect, you know, but it does look nice and sleek. I'm gonna add some videos, and hopefully right now we can cut to some videos and sounds of Lee playing this guitar, because he certainly made it sound a lot better than I did. But please leave a comment down below, or shoot me a message if you're interested in the guitar, or if you have any questions. Everything's working completely fine. I should probably demo that in this video here. I'll make a quick clip.